Hey, what's going on, Libra? How are you? Libra, thanks so much for watching. This is going to be your uh, read for December of 2018. It's going to include the general advice as well as the love and romance reading. And I'm going to start with general advice, and the love and romance reading will be timestamped down in the comment box. So, if you want to jump right to that, you can. Sorry about being like really late with you guys' readings. Libra, I know that you guys probably waited like the longest. You guys, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio waited like the longest. So sorry for you guys, but I'm here now. So let's jump right into it, Libra. So what is the strongest message that Libra needs to hear for general advice for the month of December? What is the strongest message for Libra? Can we please get cleared and unbiased messages for Libra. Are there any Libras out there named Leah? I don't know. That just kind of came out. Anyways, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's go ahead and see what we're working with. I will go ahead and put all the cards on the table so we can just flow right through this reading for Libra. There's our clarifiers. And our last piece of advice for Libra. All right, Libra, what we got? Death. Oh boy. So we got the Death card. Okay, so automatically this is a very transformative month for Libra. Okay, Libra, you are definitely going through some things. You are working through some things. Okay, on a spiritual level, I really feel like for a lot of you, things have gotten to a point to where you really have to kind of let go of maybe habits, or maybe just kind of letting go of like old ways, and just kind of moving into a new wave of like consciousness. So I really feel like Libra, a lot of you will be experiencing here in the month of December. You may be a little uncomfortable. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Libra. There may be a little bit of uncomfortableness here in the month of December, but it is for your higher good. And I don't think that anything bad is going to come from it, unless the change was something bad in the first place. But again, it's still from your higher good. Okay. Libra, I really feel like for some of you that you might even have just kind of a little bit of difficulty with grasping the concept of what transformation really means. Okay, so a lot of you might have to come to a new understanding. You might have to transform your understanding about what transforming really means. Yeah, it means that the death of an old way, or the death of an old mindset or perspective. It could quite literally mean the death of a particular situation that's going on in the now. But again, it's definitely for the better good here. Okay, so let's take a look at the past energies. The Seven of Cups. Okay, so in the past, or maybe right now, like maybe over the past 7 months, or for some of you, it might even just be the past 7 days, just depending on when you watch this video. I don't know, I'm just getting, or 7 weeks. I just feel like, maybe there have been a lot of things thrown at you, Libra. Maybe a lot of ideas, but not even necessarily like ideas, more so like a lot of opportunities, a lot of gifts, a lot of options, but it's more so like confusing. Okay. It's confusion. Libra. I think that most of you have been kind of operating in like a kind of confusion. I can't talk. I want to say confusatory, but I know that's not a word. Okay, you guys have been kind of just operating in confusion over the past, recently, and of course, it's time to change that. You may have even been feeling like, you have been brought to this point now to go ahead and finally choose. Okay, Libra. Also, I just kind of feel like, again, you may just be kind of, I think I said it earlier when it was just this card that we saw, you may be kind of confused about what's to come next. Now that you know that things cannot be the same. Okay? We've got the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so Libra, I'm really feeling like for a lot of you, you are trying to like keep the status quo. You may even be trying to keep a level head about things. Usually that's what, I try not to be biased here, but I know that us Libra, sometimes we do have a hard time with, making certain decisions because, we don't want to fix something that's not broke, right? But the thing about it is that it needs to be fixed because you don't necessarily see how broken it really is. And the only reason why you don't see that is because you're in it, Libra. You're in it. You know that something is off. You know that something is off kilter, but you might be having a hard time identifying what it is that that needs to be balanced. Libra, I really feel like there may be certain decisions that you're going to be having to make, or certain changes that you're going to be having to make, which means making decisions about your family or for your family. And then the Queen of Swords. So future energies, this is definitely your energy popping up here, Libra, to say that, you know what, you really do kind of move into this energy, your own energy. You stand in your own energy of, actually really being able to really see what is best for you. And then, knowing what you need to do as far as to move forward. In spite of the fact that you might not necessarily be completely comfortable doing that. It might come from a painful place. I think Leah, who's out there named Leah, or somebody's dealing with the Leah, or somebody named Leah. That's like the third time I said that. But anyway, Libra, you guys are really stepping into your own energy, putting your proverbial foot down in a way. Even though it kind of is uncomfortable for you, I feel like by year's end, or maybe even by a little bit after, you would have done what needs to be done to be able to allow this transformation to occur. Phew. Okay. The Moon card. Boy. Okay, so we got the Moon card in the underlying. So with the Moon card popping up there in the underlying position, I'm getting the impression, Libra, that it's almost like you want to stay in the dark. You almost kind of want to, it's almost like you kind of want to hold on, but stronger than that, I feel that it's more like you, I said it's like you want to remain in the dark, but it's more so like you kind of are comfortable in the dark. It's like, almost like ignorance is bliss in a way, where as long as you aren't able to really see what needs to take place, as long as you're not able to really see what needs to take place and what needs to change, then, you know, then it's okay. But it's like you're lying to yourself. And if you're not lying to yourself, then you are allowing other influences outside of yourself to not manipulate you, but in a way, yeah, kind of manipulate you, or you're you're believing you're believing the lies from outside influences. And I don't feel like it's a person that's influencing you, Libra. I just really feel like they're just maybe underlying, like on a spirit level, or on a subconscious level, where you're believing certain ideas that aren't necessarily for the betterment. Okay. I'm gonna create my own Luminant Libra dictionary, because I be making up words. Betterment, is that a word? I feel like I say that in every video. But anyway, present conditions, we've got the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, so Libra, there's somebody out there. There's somebody out there that I feel like they're moving to you. They're moving forward towards you, but it's very, very slow. I'm seeing two horses here, you know, in a line. So what this kind of like feels to me, Libra, excuse me, what this kind of feels to me, Libra, is that some of you, on the other side of this transformation that needs to occur, there is an opportunity. It might be a small opportunity, or it might be a small window of opportunity, but it is being offered to you. There's almost like this sense of like, you know, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's there for you, but for now, you know, it's willing to sit there and wait on you to make the necessarily change it. That person is there. If this is a person, you know, they're there in your corner. They're seeing you at the brink of this new wave of, you know, or they're seeing you at the brink of you know, changing form here, spiritually, or however it resonates to you. But they're willing to wait for you. They're willing to offer you encouragement, or maybe they have been there, like kind of giving you that pat on the back, that encouragement, maybe a resource. Maybe they've been helping you, like, pay a bill, you know, or just kind of, they're helping you keep things running in the background while you are, like, you know, in cocoon mode, getting ready to transform into this beautiful butterfly, which we got butterflies here in the Queen of Swords. Okay, your hopes and fears is the Three of Wands. Okay, I think that you know that this person is there with you. But for some of you, I think that, you know, you're afraid that they're not going to be there for long. For some of you, you're afraid that they're not going to be there for long, but you can see them there. You can see them, like, headed towards you, even though it's going to take a minute. You know, you're either waiting on them, but, I mean, in the card here, you're waiting on them, but it could go vice versa. You know, they maybe just are waiting on you to really come in. They're waiting on you to come to shore, to make the changes, right? So that they can give you what they have to offer you, really. And so that they can, you know, so that they can continue to put in the hard work necessary that it's going to take to, you know, to bring you, or to help usher you out of this transformation, this transformative state. Because it's like, you know, okay, Libra, it's not like you're going to be just transformed and then automatically you're going to know what to do. No, But the transformation in itself is just knowing that things need to be changed. Okay? And then, oh my God, with the Seven of Cups there, it's like you have this so many opportunities to choose from, but your back is almost kind of turned to the opportunity that's being presented to you. So it's like you're kind of looking at things of, you're kind of looking at the situation like, okay, I can choose this, I can choose that, I can choose this, I can choose that, but you're not necessarily taking into consideration of what is choosing you. And that's where you're holding on a little bit. And the Three of Wands is there just to really just say that you guys, it's worth, I feel like it's worth waiting for. If you are necessarily waiting on someone or someone is waiting on you, you know, their wait is definitely worth it. Our outcome card here is we have the Lovers. What? Okay, so we definitely got the Lovers here. So I really feel like this could indicate that you guys, you know, maybe this could be about, you know, somebody that you're involved with. This could be this person here that, you know, has been giving you like this underlying grounding support here throughout everything. But also, I just really feel like the Lovers, being that it is on the level playing field with the Seven of Cups, I really feel like this speaks to by the end of the month, or maybe, you know, maybe before that, or maybe just sometime during the point of December, or maybe a little after, who knows. But, you know, this just indicates that, you know, the right choice is made. And I think that what we have to understand is that the right choice isn't necessarily sometimes what you choose, but sometimes it can be what has already been there in front of you in the first place that you may just not be seeing yet, or that you may be willfully trying not to, or maybe that it's something that you're taking for granted. Yeah. Something that you're taking for granted that's there for you, that, you know, is what you should be going toward. But I think that some of you are just kind of looking back like it's going to be there. And it is. It is going to be there. But, you know, it's kind of a asshole thing to do, Libra, like to sit there and have somebody waiting on you hand and foot, and they're looking at you like making all these wrong options and choices. But they're there anyway. They're waiting for you to get it together. They're waiting for you to get it together, Libra. That's the choice that they made. Oh, boy. Now, this, again, doesn't have to be in a relationship, but it can be. However this applies to you. So we've got the Five of Pentacles to clarify, the Five of Wands, and then the Chariot. Okay? So clarifying this reading here, I really feel like with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, yeah, you're leaving somebody out in the cold. Maybe, I don't think you're doing it. You might not be doing it on purpose. I hope you're not. I hope you're not. But eventually that person is going to get tired of waiting, and they're going to like bring it up, and it's going to like really put you in a place of conflict where almost like it's like, okay, not like it's forcing you to transform, but it's making you see a little bit more clearly like where you kind of maybe messed up. But you are able to move forward from there, okay, Libra? So I'm getting the sense here that like for a lot of you, you know, even if you don't like get it, you know, get it right the first or the second or the seventh time, you know, even if you don't get it right all those times, I think that person is patient enough with you because they really want to be there. They're devoted. Okay? And again, this could be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It just could be anybody that you're dealing with, or just anybody in your circle. But you guys are able to move forward and move forward from the change quite rapidly. Okay. Last piece of advice that we have for you guys is the Knight, triumph over adversity. And that's beautiful energy, right? Because, you know, this, I mean, it just really kind of lets us know here that through it all, there is definitely like success here. You know, maybe even some good news. Some good news might be coming your way, Libra. Unexpected news. But, well, not but, and not only that there's good news and that, you know, there's success here, there's also a sense of where you guys are like, I feel like you're able to communicate with your person or with whomever it is that is around you, that is witnessing you go through this transformation, Libra. You're able to really communicate with them, you know, maybe why things were a little bit difficult for you. And I feel like they understand it. Okay, so that is the general energy that we are working with, Libra. So let me know how that plays out for you guys in the comment box. I really always look forward for you guys' comments and your likes or any engagement that you provide for me. But, you know, I love it. All right, so love and romance. Let's see what Libra has for love and romance. What's the strongest message for Libra for love and romance? The person that is most on Libra's mind, or the person that is moving forward towards Libra if they are not with anyone right now. What messages do we have for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. My handy under the card deck that always ties the readings in together for some way. I don't know how that works. All right, so, okay, this card definitely wanted to flip over. I'll just leave it there. And one more. That one. Okay. Well, both of your advice cards just flipped all the way over. But I'll just leave it there for now. What is the last piece of advice here? There. Love it when I get a fast answer. Okay? So Libra, let's take a look at your love and romance. So we've got Justice, so there you go. And then we've got the Three of Swords. Hey boy. Oh boy. Libra, what's going on? Okay, so we got the Justice and we got the Three of Swords. So Libra, you are definitely in your energy here. You're in your energy, but at the same time, okay, like within this relationship or with whomever it is that you have most on your mind, or in your heart rather, there's almost like a sense of, this could indicate that, you know, there are some third-party situations going on, but this just could indicate that there's just a certain level of like disappointment within the relationship, maybe. I mean, it's not for all of you, okay, that will be experiencing this throughout December. It's not all of you, but it will be some of you. But there's a lesson learned here in this. I feel like there's a lesson learned here in this disappointment, okay? And I feel like, Libra, you're going to be the one that's mostly learning the lesson here, okay? I really feel like there's going to be communication involved, where your partner is really going to be really telling you how they feel, or really telling you how they see things. And Libra, your only job is to really just sit there, and no matter how painful it comes out, it's not a bad thing, but it is, well, it could be a bad thing, but we'll get there. But for right now, for this scenario, like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think you guys just have to just kind of work through, you know, the uncomfortableness, or just kind of sit through the uncomfortableness to be able to, like, hear this person out, or vice versa. They need to hear you out. But I really feel like it's more importantly the Libra that really is the one that's really learning something here in this relationship. Now, for some of you Libras that, you know, there could be third-party situations involved, There may be some sort of exposure with that. Sorry, but hey, you brought it on yourself. Okay. Now, there could be some exposure with that, whether you are exposing them or they are exposing you, but not necessarily like exposing, but there's just this energy where like Libra is kind of like you're knowing that you're doing wrong, or you knew that you're knowing that there was something not right or righteous within what you were accomplishing, and there's a moment or an opportunity for you to really set things right, even if it means causing a little bit of discomfort. Okay, in the past energy, we've got the World. Boy, okay, so Libra, this is going to go on forever. Because I'm getting the sense of Libra, it's almost like you're kind of, how can I say this? It's like you're trying to, okay, so in spite of what is going to be coming out versus, via either you or something else, Libra, I just really feel like, the energy that you're moving from, or the energy in your past, was more so one where, okay, so it could be one where there were just, you quite literally just kind of had the world at your fingertips in a way, and it's kind of really been hard for you to really give that up if you're dealing with somebody right now, and you might be out and fooling around that kind of way. Okay. But also I get this sense where for a lot of you, it's more so like what's happening in this relationship is karma based off of what you've put out into the world. And this is just that kind of go around, come around type of situation here. Underlying, we've got the Two of Coins. Yeah, Libra, you can't balance this anymore. You can't keep this up anymore. Like you're gonna have to make a choice. You're going to have to either I'm gonna put all this extracurricular behavior behind me and move on with whom I have, and or you're going to say, well, or I'm going to have to break their heart and continue to just kind of be out here doing your own thing in your own energy by yourself. And there's that choice there. It's underlying here. It's a really hard choice, Libra. The Four of Swords. I don't see that you guys are really doing that anytime soon, though. Libra, boy, I really don't feel like you guys are going to be making any movement anytime soon. If you do make a movement, it's more so like you're kind of just stopping things, like you're just kind of stopping your own, you're putting to rest like your own behavior. Let me rephrase that. Like if, it's almost like a sense of, I'm just going to just completely work on myself and not be in a relationship, or not, fool around with multiple people or other people or date or anything like that, and just focus on yourself and what you have to offer to this world and what this world has to offer to you on a different level than, relationships. You're tired, and understandably so, Libra, because you're doing the most. Possible outcome, the Ten of Wands. So we're looking at a possible ending, okay? We're looking at a possible ending here, but at the same time, for some of you, it could just be that if it's not an ending, if it's not completely over, it's like, you know, you're burdened. In the long run, you're going to come out being pretty burdened here, because it's like, you know, the emotional weight of what's going on or what you're doing is going to begin to eat at you. And for some of you, it's more so like, again, kind of like a what goes around comes around thing, where, you know, you're making the decision, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put all this extra mess to rest so that I can really build and work on my relationship. And then while you're doing that, you know, that other person, Libra, is like, okay, well, what's going on with them? They sense some type of change. And because you're not opening up to identify what that is, they're taking it a different way. And they could possibly end up stepping out on you, Libra. Oh boy. What's this card under the deck? The Five of Coins. So that card didn't that card come out earlier? It came out in your clarifiers. Yeah, the Five of Coins came out in your clarifiers in the other deck. So, or in the other reading. So you guys, underneath it all, ultimately here, what we're dealing with, I feel like, is we're dealing with a situation of, Libra, you're struggling with giving up everything that you had before this relationship occurred. And then now that you're in this relationship, you're also struggling with making like the necessary decisions that needs to be made to have, like, I think that somebody feels really left out. That's what I'm trying to say. Somebody really feels left out here. You know, again, like I said, they can feel your energy shifting, Libra. And I don't know, it might have something to do with that transformative energy that you guys had from your general side. You know, that person could be the same person. There's this Pentacle energy. So while they're waiting on you, like I think I said that earlier in the other reading, like somebody might be waiting on you to like kind of transform here. And while they're waiting on you, like they're devoted, but at the same time, they're lonely. I mean, they were on that horse by themselves, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles in the other reading. So go check that out if you hadn't. But you're causing the person that you're with to be lonely because you are not focusing your energy on them. You're focusing your energy on what you left behind, you know, or what you can't leave behind from, you know, before them. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment and getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Well, wow. Interesting advice. Interesting advice. Libra, could all of this be happening because maybe you are afraid of like that commitment? You're afraid of who you really are deep down, that you don't necessarily want this person to get to know you on that level. Or vice versa. It could be happening in the other way. Maybe this relationship just needs a little bit more time to like brew, you know, however that works out for you guys. I don't know, it's a little contradictory. I will say this contradictory, Libra, but I feel like it's only contradictory is because you don't necessarily know exactly how you want this relationship to really fit in your life. You don't know if you want it to be that serious. And if you do want it to be that serious, I think that your struggle is that you just aren't really that interested in, you know, giving up past things. Your last piece of advice that we have is take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. That's a beautiful piece of advice there, Libra, because what this is really telling us is that I think that, Libra, ultimately, I think what it is that you want that love, right? You want that love, but I don't necessarily think that you feel that you're ready or that you deserve it. But I feel like this person, Libra, is taking a chance on you. And it's your turn to have to take a chance on them. But you have to also be honest with yourself and be honest with them about where you're at. Because ultimately that is what's going to allow the relationship to, have smooth transitions. And, the least amount of disappointment, the least amount of lonely nights by themselves or yourself. Libra, it's like you want to, it's like you can see yourself being with this person. You can see yourself being with this person for the long run. And it might not necessarily scare you, but at the same time, it's like, you just don't want to sit down. You don't want to rest down. You don't want to rest long enough to really see what you have in front of you, man. But you do have the power to really turn this all around. That's why the Justice card is there, Libra. So let me know how this works out in the comment box. I'm going to leave it right there, you guys. That's heavy, man. Let me know how this works out. If you'd like to book a personal reading to get more information, you can. Just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. We'll go ahead and get you started. So thanks so much, Libra, for being patient with me while we got through your reading. You guys, I love the comments, the likes, and of course your subscribes. Any and all of your engagement with the YouTube channel is good for me. I like it. You guys, I'll see you guys in 2019. Take care.